Welcome to the Disneyland Forever podcast, your source for all things from the happiest place on earth. For more updates, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Disneyland Forever, and you can check out our website, DisneylandForever.com. Hello there.
Hi.
It's Jordan.
And Daniel.
And
why were you dinosaur
I was
puppet
not.
man?
I was not.
Oh, you're kind of like it.
Sure. We got back from our trip a couple days ago.
Yep.
2
days ago.
And I think we've recovered mostly, sort of, kind of.
I've been napping all day.
That is very true.
I also have to work late tonight, so yeah.
It's what happens. So, obviously, what we're going to be talking about today is our trip recap from when we were there. It's a very different type of trip, not one we normally take at all. Everything was really, really weird, but there were interesting things that happened, so we'll still share them with you guys. And, the highlight was the new things that we did. There were several things that we haven't done in a very long time, or we've never done, and so we were able to do it this trip, and it made a huge difference, so I was very excited by that.
Yes.
So, I guess we may as well just get into it then. I can tell you're tired.
That's okay.
I know you'll wake up as we go along.
Yes.
So why don't you start off by, we have a new review.
We do. It's another banned one from somewhere. I think it's from Canuckland, Canada? What's it?
Well, they do say in there, I'm Canadian.
Yeah.
The name of the country is not Canada.
Or Canuckland. It's from Strudel Cutie 4427 Winky semicolon in parentheses, so like a winky emoji smile. Winky smile.
It's going to take you longer to read the name than to read the review.
Evidently. They said, love this podcast. Thank you, Daniel Jordan, for being such reliable and relatable podcasters. Your podcast is by far my favorite. With a U in parentheses.
Because they spell it properly. Go on.
Disneyland podcast. I have learned so much for my trip coming up in August of 2026. Wow.
Oh.
I have downloaded all the available podcasts and I listen to them instead of audiobooks right now. Maybe it's because I'm Canadian, but I can't get all the way back to episode 1. I appreciate the humor and banter when all the non-Disney news is so dismal all the time. Listening to your podcast is like entering the magical Disney bubble zone. It is a secondary happiest place. Well, thank you. You can find all of our old ones if you go to like some off-brand podcast platform.
Actually.
Just so you know. It doesn't matter where you're at, even the US.
If it's one of the main ones, like Spotify or Apple,
they only have like 50 or I don't know.
It's not more than that. I think they keep like a year and a half years, 1.5 years worth. I don't know the grammar on that one. But I think that's usually what they keep, something like that.
Canada has the same amount of units of time as we do.
No, I meant like grammatically say that.
Oh, gotcha.
Because I don't know if it's 1.5 years worth. I don't remember what I was saying. I said something weird. Anyway.
So just look up like podcasts and go to one that you've never heard of, and it's probably there.
Yeah, probably. So that's I actually commend you for planning like so far in advance. Because a lot of people feel like can only do that with Florida trips, and we are here to tell you Disneyland trips can get just as much planning done.
Yes.
Especially since you have to be aware of what's actually going to be going on while you're there.
It's not quite as complicated as Disney World.
No, it's not complicated, but it's still worthwhile to like thinking
about
things well in advance so you know what your options are. Especially since I swear things in California change a lot more frequently than in Florida.
Yes.
And so I think that's a good idea. Thank you so much for the review. We really appreciate it. I noticed how I did exactly what I said I was going to do last week. And the moment that it came through, I sent it to Dan, so I didn't forget about it.
Yes.
But if you guys have not yet done so, make sure that you also leave us a 5-star, please, rating on Apple or Spotify or Audible. And you can also leave us a 5-star review, please, on Apple. And we love reading those. It helps us out a ton. So thank you guys so much. We really love that.
Yes.
Moving on into the news, nothing like major, but just some things to kind of mention.
What's your Roger? What's your Victor? Major? Wasn't that part of?
No, you're thinking of Catch-22.
Oh, yes. I was thinking of
You're combining airplane with Catch-22. They are not the same thing.
Mashup. That would be a weird mashup. Continue.
Well, welcome to my life when he's tired. So one thing that I thought was kind of funny and people mentioned is I've seen this map many, many times. You've seen this as well, right?
Yes.
This directory of the whole Disneyland resort.
In the Esplanade.
And what I never realized is that it has not been updated in 15 years. And so it was very outdated. They've now updated it. And I just wanted to mention it because I think it's funny. I had to look at this to be like, okay, what was wrong in the old map? Like, how old are we talking here? The outdated elements included adding the Timon parking lot and the Pinocchio parking lot and the Lilo parking lot, which are all gone. They're all been swallowed up in like Cars Land and Adventures Campus and all the expansions at California Adventure. They mentioned the Lion King tram, which does not exist ever since they got rid of those parking lots. And then it doesn't even have the Pixar Palace parking structure on there at all. And then it just mentioned that there was an outdated shape for California Adventure because it didn't show Cars Land.
Well, because it was a parking lot, evidently.
Yeah, so I just think it's funny that it took them 15 years, but they finally updated that map.
Weird.
So I can only imagine how many people went and asked, like, how do you get on the Lion King tram? And be told, like, oh,
that doesn't exist.
That's gone. It's very gone. So there's that. Also, just a really quick thing, just some food items. They revealed the Oogie Boogie Bash exclusive menu items. So these are things that are only really available during Oogie Boogie Bash at California Adventure. And obviously, since it's coming up relatively soon, in fact, it starts next week.
Oh.
On Sunday.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Sunday is the first Oogie Boogie Bash. We have things to talk about with that in our recap. Oh, no, wait. No, I'm making sure I'm reading it correctly. These are available only to people who are at Oogie Boogie Bash.
Yes.
So at Award Wieners, they'll have chili cheese fries. There's nothing that sounds that spectacular about them. They're just chili cheese fries. At the Cozy Cone, they are going to have an ube hot chocolate and vanilla vodka. You lost me at the vodka. I was like, ube hot chocolate. Oh. Flo's.
You gotta booze it up sometimes.
I know. Well, that's all they do in California Adventure.
Yes.
At Flo's, this seems to me to be like a waste of time. But Carolina loaded tenders. They're chicken tenders tossed in Carolina barbecue sauce, pickle ranch, and diced pickles. Or you can get the buffalo chicken fries, which are chicken tenders in buffalo sauce drizzled with ranch dressing and finished with blue cheese and celery.
Okay.
Cool.
So they raided the fridge.
And then those are the only food items. Other than that, they have like the Halloween Town Mayor Sipper. And that is it for exclusive
Don't they normally have
menu
more?
items. I thought so. I was a little surprised at how short
But they're still
list
doing
was.
your, like...
All the other Halloween stuff
Yeah.
is going on. This is the stuff that's only available
During
at
the bash.
the Oogie Boogie Bash.
Interesting.
So they're only on the menu once the party begins, and they're not available before then.
Interesting.
They've done that with other things. Like
Yeah.
when we were at Pride Night, they had Pride Night exclusive
But
things.
they also had more than 3 things.
Yes, for something that was only 2 nights.
Yeah, it's strange.
So that was...
Whatever.
like, okay, whatever. Maybe they just figured there's so much Halloween food, people aren't going to be able to accommodate everything anyway.
Yeah, when you wrote on the stuff of the list of things to talk about,
Oogie Boogie Bash
yeah, when it says Oogie Boogie Bash food, I thought, shouldn't that be a whole episode? No,
No,
it
I
should
knew.
not.
I had already looked at it. I knew the list was short, so that's why I didn't worry about that one. Also, there is now visible progress on the work at Adventures Campus.
There was a crane.
Yeah, while we were there, there's a huge, massive crane, and they apparently put in the first vertical beams of the new structures.
Vertical beams.
Wow.
They actually did that during it.
No, they did not. And actually, by the time we left, you could see the construction work over the wall.
Yeah.
So
what was weird to me is it looked like it was across Harbor Boulevard, but nope, it's
it was
still
right there.
Yeah, it just looked.
Yeah, when you're
way
asking
back.
what is that, I'm like, well, they are working on Avengers Campus.
Oh yeah, they are.
So there's that. Disneyland has also quietly, severely limited the amount of stores that utilize the mobile checkout option. So in case you weren't familiar with it, there is an option where at certain stores, instead of waiting in line to check out, you could actually just pick up items, just scan them into your app as you go and check out completely on your app. And then as you leave, you just go to a single cast member who kind of like verifies that you have only the things that you
And took off
bought.
the
They'll take off any of the security things.
tags.
And then if
Give you
you
a bag.
need, they'll give you a bag. And so it's to save time. if you'd like. They were offering it in as many as 9 different stores throughout both parks. They are now offering it in just 3, and it's the 3 largest stores in Disneyland. So the Emporium at Disneyland, Elias and Company at California Adventure, and World of Disney at Downtown Disney.
Yeah, it seemed to be getting kind of out of control. It was almost like at the just like tiny kiosks with bubble wands that you have a mobile checkout for your...
Yeah, and they have one at Pioneer Mercantile, which I'm like, no.
So bizarre.
You don't need one here.
Nope.
It's kind of dumb. And I think it's also hard on some of the smaller stores. Like, how are you supposed to... Like, Pioneer Mercantile has so many different rooms. How are you supposed to tell if everyone actually did what they were supposed to? Mm-hmm. So...
They probably had people stealing stuff, honestly.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. So now it's just at the 3 stores. We have used this a few times. It can be very, very beneficial, especially if you're like this last trip, I bought a pin that way because I'm like, I'm wanting an pin. And I don't really want to.
A pin.
I'm going with Anne. I wanted an pin, and I didn't want to wait in line for it. So I just, as I was walking, I did it on my app, and then there was no one in line at the mobile checkout, and so I scanned my code and I left.
I don't even remember you doing this
because it was while I was not with you.
Oh,
remember that pin I bought that I showed you?
No,
the Fantastic Four pin.
Oh yes.
That's how I bought it. So that is now happening. It's at 3 stores. I would imagine it's probably going to just stay at those 3 if they keep it at all. I don't know. They expanded it really fast. Last thing, and this is just something that we had seen that has not been corrected on any of the online news streams. They saw a bunch of walls go up around what's listed as the Sunglass Icon by Sunglass Hut at Downtown Disney, and you can see that it's gutted.
Oh, there's
you can
like
tell it's got
lights and metal in there, and that is all.
Yeah. And so we were a little bit like, oh, is it gone? And everything online was just saying, like, no one really knows what's happening. It could be that it's closed forever. And they do have other kiosks throughout at least California Adventure and Downtown Disney of Sunglass Hut. So we were walking past, and we just asked at the other kiosks, like, are they getting rid of it? And they said, oh, no, they're just renovating it. It's going to be open in about a month?
2 months.
2 months. And then, of course, the next day,
October. Yep.
The next day, they had updated those wooden panels in front of the store to say "Coming soon, Sunglass Hut." So they're working on it, and it's so I'm only just pointing it out because it's not like it's a big deal. It's just no one ever updated it. I even looked on the online news things, and it still just says like "walls up around Sunglass Icon." I'm like,
yes, they are.
Yes, they're working on it. So that's the news.
And there you have it.
Yep, that's everything.
Bye.
So let's get into our trip recap. So to refresh everyone's memory, this trip was entirely different than ones we normally take because this was primarily because Dan had a medical conference.
Yeah, so my work paid for my flight and our hotel, and thankfully, since the price of the Pixar Place Hotel was the same price as what the contract, like the lower resort rate or the hotel rate for the conference at the Grand Cal. That's why I was like, let's stay at the Pixar Place, and then paid for my food, which was helpful. So the day we flew in, I didn't have anything. The next 2 days, I had stuff pretty extensively in the morning until about 12:40 p.m. And then the third day of my conference, thankfully, it was just very early in the morning.
And so that's why it made things a little bit different because there was only one day I even went in the parks early. Because it doesn't really matter because he's not around. And so things just ran a little bit differently than we normally do, but there were other things about the trip that were fun that we don't normally get to do. I will tell you right now, we're not going to be talking a lot about like our review of the Pixar Place Hotel.
That's a later
because...
Because we haven't reviewed it yet.
Yeah, we haven't reviewed it yet. So it's going to be basically look out for next week's episode because we finally have stayed there so we can give a good review. That doesn't mean that we're not going to talk anything because let's actually just kind of start with that. So we actually drove in. We don't normally drive.
Yeah, from Long Beach. So we flew to Long Beach.
We flew to Long Beach, then we drove to the hotel.
Got a rental car. It was...
Because, again, they paid for the rental car.
Long Beach's rental car experience is super easy just because it's so tiny. So just got it and left. And there's no like spikes. I guess they keep the keys in their little huts. So,
we didn't have to have that whole checkout experience before you're allowed to drive off the lot. You just went to they gave you the keys and they're like, bye.
So it was super nice.
And then when we got to the hotel, We check in. Of course, the room is not ready, which we didn't really expect it to be ready. But we went into the parks, and I don't remember what we really did that first day.
Went to DCA, and let's see. That was when I accidentally called a sidewalk.
Oh, jeez. We were walking we wanted to just cross the street and try to get into DCA through like the Grand Cal. And Dan was just like, what is with people who constantly walk and take up the entire outdoor hallway? I'm like, you mean sidewalk? Yeah, that's what it is. So we did learn
I could not think of the word.
A new term for it, the outdoor
Well,
hallway.
we got there kind of late for lunch, so we were starving. We went to Smoke Jumpers, and the food took absolutely forever. I had to do it. Well, I didn't have to, but I did it since it was being paid for on my work credit card by just standing in line. Jordan did the mobile order, and both of them took forever. So,
well, mine I had to wait because it was kind of a busy day, and so it wasn't available right away. And yours was just you had to wait in line. Before then, I need to mention we did confirm that if you are staying at the Pixar Place Hotel, that separate private entrance into into California Adventure, man, I can't talk today.
There's a lot of words.
It's actually only available from park opening to noon.
Yeah.
And so we did not get to use it the first day because we weren't there until like 1:30.
Yeah, we went to go use it, and we're like, oh, it says...
And of course, we were sitting there trying to use our key to get in before Dan finally looked up and said, it says until noon. I'm like, oh.
But, tidbit, if you are staying at any of the Disney hotels, you can get into that entrance into the Grand Cal
walking from the street.
Yeah, off of Disneyland Drive. So if you have like breakfast or just want to wander around or want to use the quote unquote exclusive entrance, like you can still go there. So
it's just that they do block it off from people who are just walking along the street. If you're not staying at one of the Disneyland Resort hotels, you can't just walk off the street into the Grand Californian. But if you're staying at one of those 3 hotels, you can just walk off the street in there.
If you are,
which is how we did it.
If you are staying at like the Westin or something, kind of west.
You can exit that way.
You can exit that way, and you can go over by the Disneyland Hotel, and they don't care if you're going through the downtown Disney entrance.
No, but just you can't go through the Grand.
Yeah, we did a couple of rides. We did Web Slingers, Toy Story. It was a very warm day. I think it was the warmest
hot
day and very humid of our trip. So
because that's when we had reservations at Club 33, but we needed to change because the dress code and everything. And so we went over, and let's just say we had to talk to a cast member about like 3 different times
and multiple cast members
after check-in time,
which is 4:00, and it was like 4:30, and I'm like, okay.
We didn't get in our room until 4:45.
They said you're going to get a text. Interestingly, so like my conference only paid for the standard room, but I guess there was something wrong with the room or something, because they said that a manager had to like go inspect the room that we were not upgrade.
They didn't say upgrade. They said we're switching
changed
to a different room.
And once the manager had looked through it and approved it, then we would get a text, which we never did. So I thankfully got to talk to someone, but we got a preferred view, so that was fun.
Yeah, so we actually got to see. We weren't super high up, but we were facing California Adventure. So it was kind of cool.
So yeah, we got changed finally, thankfully.
We actually made it in plenty of time to our dining reservation.
So it was
great.
Disneyland.
It was a little bit weird because when we got to Club 33, when we sat down, there was us and one other table for about like 20, 25 minutes. It was really kind of weird.
Then everyone
came up. It was just kind of like, oh, this is interesting.
Did a few rides because Haunted Mansion after our second day there closed for the switching over to Haunted Mansion Holiday, so we made sure to do that. And that was that night. So the next day...
We did watch the fireworks that night, didn't we?
No.
We did not?
No.
We didn't
shopped.
do anything we just shopped that night, that's right.
Yep.
Next day you had a conference.
The meetings, yep.
I did go in the parks for a little bit, primarily also because I had purchased a sweatshirt. This really cute sweatshirt, actually. It's a Grizzly River Run shirt. And they advertised like you could get it embroidered. And I was like, oh, heck yes. And so took it over to the Kingsman photo shop, which is on Buena Vista Street, which is where they do all the embroidering. And we dropped it off that afternoon, like the Thursday afternoon. But then... they just said pick it up before the end of the day. Well, we completely forgot.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I hope that I can still pick this up.
It was like 11:30 in our room, and we're like,
No, it was like even 10:15. Like it was that close to. I was like, shoot, like it's definitely closed. So I went back the next morning, and the cast members were super nice about it. They had it. I got it back. Everything was fine. There was some sort of Disney Junior Let's Play thing going on that day in California Adventure. So I just left, and then I went over to Disneyland. And without Dan, I went and watched Walt Disney: A Magical Life, and I was not upset by that.
I was a little upset, but it was okay. We still went on it. Or went to it. Do you go on a show?
I saw it.
You saw the show.
But that's basically all I did. I think. Oh, and then I went met the Fantastic Four. When I was there doing it, they were just doing it one at a time. And so they're like, you're in line to meet the Fantastic Four. It may change. And it did change. While I was standing in line, it was Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. And then by the time I got up there, it was Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. And so I got to talk with him. He did a fantastic job.
No, but
no pun intended. But he really was acting just like Pedro Pascal. It was really kind of, I appreciated it. But I did not get to see Herbie that day. But then I went back and I just had other work I needed to do, which I could do from wherever.
Yep. So we had lunch at Centrico, which is in downtown Disney in the middle. It's one of the 3 new Mexican restaurants. So there's
they're all owned by the same.
Yeah. So there's like
chef.
the quick service. There's the one that's inside in the building, and then
Paseo.
Yeah.
So there's Tendita, which is the quick service. Paseo, which is the one that has the multiple levels.
I wasn't going to try to remember those. So.
And then Centrico, which is the one in the middle of everything.
It was very good, but very overpriced.
Okay, when he says it's very good, like that does. The
this,
tacos
like,
were
meringue.
amazing, and yeah, the dessert.
They had this like meringue thing with like amazing goo, and I don't know what
guava,
it was.
It definitely had guava and other fruits in it. It was like a life-changing meringue. It was so good. But the only problem that we had with it was a bit overpriced.
Yep. Oh well.
But we also were noting that it was a hot day, but it felt remarkably cooler. Like they must have some sort of air they're circulating underneath that little awning, because it was actually really nice under there.
We went back to the Pixar Place Hotel and went to the pool. We'll talk about that again another time, about more like the actual specifics
detail
of the pool. And then as we were walking back over toward Disneyland, we were just outside the hotel, and across the street on Disneyland Drive,
There's this guy.
He's like, I swear he was saying,
wave back or something.
Wave to me or something, and I was like,
we're so confused.
What is happening?
And I don't get. And so we just walked back. Like, I don't know. It just happened. And then we went and did something pretty soon, and got a message on Instagram. And apparently, all I have to say is, LD, you're funny. Like we didn't understand what you were saying. Like it was his wife. It was like, that was my husband who was trying to get your attention. And we listened to your podcast.
Yep. And she said to call him, do a shout out to him. So there you go.
Like, we did not understand what was going on at the time. We got there thanks to your wife.
If you said Jordan and Daniel, or if you said Disneyland Forever, we did not hear that. So.
Yeah, we did that. So it made a lot more sense after the fact.
Anyway, we went on Space and Buzz, got Alien Pizza Planet. We got the Fantastic Four like meal thing that you can get. It was quite good. It wasn't amazing, but
no. But one of the reasons we wanted to do it is that there was this this online creator, this lady who had done a review of all of the Fantastic Four menu items in both parks, and she hated all of them. And so I just wanted to prove that I'm pretty sure that we were going to disagree with her, and so that was the first one, and. Honestly disagreed with her because I didn't see what was terrible about anything.
Yeah.
She was even like upset about the side salad. I'm like, they said it was a side salad. It says
it's a side salad.
That's exactly what it says it is. That's what it was.
But it was
fine.
It wasn't just like iceberg lettuce and dressing. It had like carrot shavings and spinach and tomatoes.
Yeah.
And something else, I think. I
don't remember, but it was good.
It was quite good.
And she's like, I don't like their pizza here. I'm like, well, they didn't even say it was a specialty pizza. It's just a slice of pizza. And the cream puff was pretty good. It was filled with some sort of fruited blue goo.
Yeah, we had no idea what flavor. Jordan got the like slider things from Galactic Grill. Those were quite good too.
They're a magic key holder item. I was surprised at how good they were.
Very thick amount of meat.
I really did not expect that. It was actually one of the better things I've ever had at Galactic Grill. So if you're a magic key holder, consider getting that.
I finally got to do Walt Disney A Magical Life. It's so amazing. I kind of cursed the Disney family lady who thinks it was terrible on the way out because Jordan didn't know how I felt about it. And like,
honestly, the thing is, you watch them and you're like, the mannerisms are so on point
accurate
and so good. It's just a really, really well done show. So I don't know why people are saying they don't like it or why they say the animatronic doesn't look like him. Like, it does. It gets his mannerisms down so perfectly. So honestly, go check it out, which a lot of people are doing, and it makes me happy.
We made sure to do Matterhorn because the last few times it was under refurb.
Yes.
Still a really long line because,
only
of course, only one side's open. That's so bizarre. Jordan wanted to see that they had this cool projection thing on Space Mountain
For the Fantastic Four.
What was funny is I was kind of like not really half joking. I'm like, we should just wait there and camp there until it happens. And it was like evidently an hour and a half before. But I Googled it. I said, I typed in, when is the Fantastic Four projection show on Space Mountain at Disneyland? And it said,
AI said
it'll be at 8:22 p.m.
No, 8:44.
8:44 p.m. and every 20 minutes.
And I was like, no, it's not going to be 8:44.
Literally the second 8:44
second
happened.
it was 8:44, it started.
Like,
AI.
What is this? We're being taken over by robots, and it's scary.
It was just a fun little 1 minute show.
It's not that long,
it was
but
cute.
Anything with projections is kind of fun.
And I was like, what a way to use Space Mountain. Way to go.
We did Autopia at night, and then saw Wondrous Journeys.
And then I think we went home.
Yep. Well, to the hotel.
Oh, yes. We went back to the hotel. The next morning, you had your conference again.
Yep.
I went nowhere. I was working the whole time.
We ate lunch, brunch, whatever. We had
had meal.
I think when you book it online, it says brunch, but
it's a brunch at the Great Maple.
Great Maple. It's really good, and it's a very extensive menu because it has full breakfast foods with some weird stuff. Jordan had the chicken and donuts instead of waffles.
Oh my gosh,
so good!
It was so much more food than I was expecting, but it was so.
And
good.
I had this gigantic salad that was really tasty with a whole bunch of chicken in it. It was a little bit overpriced, but not like off par for anything.
When you got the size of it, you're like, okay, this isn't so bad, and it's a really fun atmosphere. And we were happy to see that it was actually pretty busy in there. So give that if you haven't been to the Great Maple yet, you need to go to the Great Maple. It's not a Disney restaurant, but they still make it like Pixar inside.
They have these glamour shots in black and white on the walls of Pixar characters. It's kind of hilarious.
Oh, and again, the reason it's Pixar characters, in case for people who don't know, this is the restaurant that's inside the Pixar Place Hotel.
Yes.
So if you're wondering what is the Great Maple, it's inside the Pixar Place Hotel.
Yep.
So go there.
We went to DCA, did Soarin', PhilharMagic. The Chase Visa meetup. They had one. Like, they have one in the morning for you, which usually is like Stitch or Pluto. Then they had another one in the afternoon.
They said Marvel.
Marvel. So we met Spider-Man.
It was super fun.
Yep.
That was also when we were starting to notice more and more Oogie Boogie Bash things getting set up. And so Judge Doom is not going to be where he normally is. He's not behind Soarin'. He's going to be in the Hollywood backlot area.
Yeah.
Because everything is already set up over there for him. So I assume that means Maleficent's going to go back where she was originally.
I just thought about, what about the Hocus Pocus
I don't know.
girls? If they're going to be there at all.
They haven't even announced them, so
Maybe
I don't know.
Not there. Yeah.
Also, there's a couple photo ops that we saw spring up. They're ready to go for the party.
We did Guardians, and not every person was screaming the entire ride that made it so we couldn't hear Rocket. It was great.
Someone was saying we sound like Statler and Waldorf, like a little
bit. But when someone's screaming in your ear for an entire ride, and especially when it's a ride that you're supposed to be able to hear part of it.
And it's a ride that's not your favorite version of the ride anyway.
Right.
It just grates on you after a while.
We are old men.
We're getting there.
Yep. And
in case you haven't noticed yet, the one ride that was down that we were a little bit saddened by was Incredicoaster.
It's funny how when you go to Disneyland and you either find out while you're there or you plan and know that it's going to be under refurbishment, that you just have more reminiscence of it and like, oh man, it was
closed. Just happening constantly. We're like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I want to go on the Incredicoaster, but it's not available.
And they were testing it, so it was teasing.
Yeah, one morning I was like, why are they turning it on right now? Everyone's going to think that it's open when it's not.
It was weird because when we walked by, there was no music, no anything. So we went back over to Disneyland, got dinner at Hungry Bear. And that was very good, as usual. Their ribs there are amazing.
That was better than normal, too. That particular time, that was amazing. Didn't we do Rise?
We watched Paint the Night. Oh, yeah, we did Rise.
We watched Paint the Night. We got a nice little spot in front of Alice.
Yep.
And we were next to this fun family from St. George, so that was fun to talk with them. Great viewing spot. And then immediately from there, we had never seen this Tapestry of Happiness from It's a Small World. It's a projection show on Small World. And so we decided, well, let's wait around for that for a little bit, but first let's go on Small World.
Yep.
And it took a little bit longer because I think the ride broke down while we were on it, apparently.
As
a little bit.
Yeah, as we were coming out, the fireworks were going off. So
it took a very long time for us to get off the ride.
I would definitely, we've never done it for like planning to see the fireworks on Small World. It is a really good option because the projections are so perfect there and the fireworks are very close. So
I still prefer Main Street,
Yeah,
but I
it's-
really don't
it's
have
really
any qualms
good.
at all about seeing it on Small World.
Yeah.
I really don't. And then we just waited around for like, what was it, 10, 15 minutes after that? They had the Tapestry of Happiness show. And
So they do it like every 20-ish minutes for
no, it
most
wasn't.
of the
It's
night?
like,
or is it,
no, it's just like twice.
oh, it was only twice?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's times for that one in the app, so
Yeah.
in case you're wondering. But we just sat around, we watched and waited for that. We watched it. Super cute.
Yes.
It's just it's a celebration of
70th.
Disneyland.
Yeah, just about Disneyland.
I chuckled a little bit because at one point it starts playing "Remember Me," and I'm like, "What is it going to like celebrate long beloved but gone attractions?" And that's exactly what it was.
Yes. And the House of the Future, and the
People
Rocket
Mover
Rods,
and the Rocket Rods, which I was like,
Skyway.
the Skyway was the first one that came up.
Yep.
But yeah, it was a cute show. So if you can stick around and watch that, you should.
We got some ice cream, which took like 7 hours to get. But
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
we got back to our room. The next day, my conference was shorter, so that was helpful for doing a lot more stuff. We remember if you have, because like most Starbucks, you can order if you have the Starbucks app and you just pick it up. The Downtown Disney one lets you do that.
That's what you're talking about. I was like, I don't know where you're going with this.
The ones in the parks don't, but
Yeah.
if you have that, it's kind of a helpful
That's
way
what
to
we
save
did that morning.
money.
It saved a lot of time.
Went on Space Mountain, and then we waited around because
I wanted to
meet
see Herbie from Fantastic Four, but also we just waited in line. I kind of forced Dan to wait in line with me because Ben Grimm, or The Thing, was out with Reed. Even though I'd already met Reed, I'm like, but I can meet two of them. And so we waited in line and we met both of them. They were super fun.
I fist bumped The Thing, and that was a bad idea because he is very.
It's hard plastic.
It's hard plastic.
That was a really good character being Gray. I love that. And then we just waited around for like another 10 minutes, and then Herbie came out, which
He's
was
so cute.
Great. Oh my gosh, I love him so much.
Although there were these kids that were interrogating him to no end, and that was like, he can't answer the about your philosophical questions about the meaning of the universe
That's
and
not what they're
everything.
asking. But there was just a lot of yes or no questions, and he only has so many ways he can say
Yeah.
yes. And so it
Either
was
affirmative.
or
Okay.
okay. But he was super cute. So happy to wait around and meet him. Then we did things.
We got lunch. I got Bengal barbecue. Again, I guess I didn't have to do it, but I also checked on the app and the times were way, way late. So I stood in the horrible
Yeah.
line of Bengal barbecue for like 45 minutes. It was awful.
I went and got the chicken BLT thing at Red Rose Tavern. I would highly recommend it. It was delightful.
I had the new, I don't know if it's just a limited time thing, but the ribs, the Tishan ribs. They were very good, but definitely not worth a 45-minute wait.
No, that was a ridiculous wait.
We did Tiana's, Pirates, Mickey's. Went to the Starview Station to chill. That's the Disney Vacation Club Lounge. Went over to DCA and had dinner at Wine Country Trattoria.
Oh, that was an interesting experience.
So
we kind of teased this a little bit.
So here's the scoop. So we had the reservations, and we didn't know for sure if we were going to do the World of Color dessert party or regular. It's pretty
Not
much the
dessert
same.
party, the dining package.
Or dining package, or just do the regular menu. They're essentially the same. So we sat down, we got our waters, the waiter came, got our order.
We decided to go for the dining package after
so
all.
we did it anyway, and got our salads. And then like 35 minutes passed after our salads had gone, and the table next to us that came after us got their main entree, and we're like, what in the world? And so I saw our waiter come out of...
And in case you're wondering like how he could not know this, the wait staff at the restaurants at Disney parks, it's usually one cast member is your waiter, and they take your order and do all that sort of stuff. And there's other cast members that are the food runners.
Yep.
So it's possible for them not to know if you've gotten your food.
Yep. So our actual waiter was starting to walk toward our table. I saw him look at our table with no food on it and get this like surprise / exasperated / pissed look, turned around and kind of stormed into the what do you call it? Kitchen. Yeah. And then came back out and he's like, you didn't get your food, did you? He's like, the kitchen is gaslighting me saying you already got it. We're like, nope. So another like 10 or 15 minutes go by. We get our food. He comped one of us completely.
Yeah.
And since my food was just being paid for by my work anyway, we just billed that. And so all we had to pay for out of like our pocket was the tip, because I didn't want to stiff him for that. Like, it's not his fault. So we got World of Color dining package tickets for like $17, a $17 tip.
Yep, that was it.
He felt so bad, and it was okay, but like it's so
I felt really
frustrating.
bad too until like he was like, "Oh my gosh, like I know they have their food." So we did other things that night too, but we did the dining package reserved area, which I don't know why there was us and like
6 other people,
16 other people, and
in
that
a
was
very
it.
large area.
And it was a great viewing spot.
It's like that. Honest. It's like there's a few steps up from where most of the regular viewing is, and if you see like this big central area, that's where it is. But yeah, there's never a lot of people there because
no. So if you're ever eating at Wine Country, you should just get the dining package.
Or if you're the people that were standing by me, you just go under the rope and just poach into it where they're
not like there wasn't room. It was just more like we had to
like,
pay to get here, and it's kind of frustrating.
Well, other people paid.
We paid to, like technically speaking.
But yeah, Anger was the main character for it.
You can tell it's pretty subtle, but if you see it more than once, you can tell that there's different characters.
And at the beginning, the color is prominent, so you can tell. Shopped a little bit, went back to the room. The final day, so we packed up, went to DCA, used the entrance. I got to finally use the entrance for Pixar Place, so that's very convenient. Got breakfast at the Starbucks FF&P.
We basically just did a bunch of like small attractions.
Yeah, we did like Golden Zephyr, Silly Symphony. I wanted to do Monsters Inc. just because in my mind it's closing very soon, but Jordan reminded me it's not closing that soon. So we tried to go on it and it was closed temporarily. But
then we went back over to Disneyland for we ate at 1901
and met Hero and Baymax there at the same time now.
Yes,
they don't. It's not like a little bit of a letdown for people if you're waiting for Baymax, then just Hero comes out. So they do it with both of them now, and Baymax talks.
This particular time.
Well, this time, hopefully, I'm assuming more so, but
Baymax speaks to you. It's super cute.
It's so amazing.
It was also fun because when we got in line to meet them, one of the songs playing in the area was a song from the Happy Ride with Baymax in Tokyo Disneyland. And even though what they play at Disneyland, it doesn't have any words to it. It's just the instrumental part. But we know the music well enough. We started singing along. And so we're singing, just kind of under our breath a little bit, but singing a happy song. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then there was this group in front of us, and one guy turns around and like they look Asian, but then pretty soon we're like, I bet they're from Tokyo or they're from Japan. And pretty soon one of them goes, have you been to Tokyo?
Yeah, one
Disneyland?
of the gals lives in the U.S. now, but it's
we were chatting
Japan.
with her for a little bit.
So
they're from Japan.
It's fun.
And so they started talking to us about Tokyo Disneyland because of everything. I was like, oh, that's kind of funny that they realized like, you've been to Tokyo, haven't you? We're like, yes, we have.
And it's amazing. We also got the lemon gelatin Fantastic Four thing from Pim. So the other one that Jordan wanted to prove the lady wrong.
She said it was the worst thing she ever put in her mouth. I'm like, it tastes like lemon Jell-O.
Yeah, it's not amazing, but it was not bad.
Unless you really hate lemon Jell-O.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't understand her whole thing. Was it amazing? No, but it was fine. It was good. We ate the whole thing.
Yeah. And we did go back to Disneyland, got some treats, and went on a couple rides. And then I sadly had to leave. Go back to Long Beach.
So it was a good trip.
Yeah, it was really good. It was like a day-ish, possibly 2 days longer than we normally would do, but just because of...
Because you always had something in the morning.
Yep.
So it changed things up a little bit. So that's why our trip was a little bit different than normal, but it was still super fun. So we appreciated that we were able to do that. Okay, I think the rest of the details from what happened on the trip are going to come up in our review next week.
We will talk about the actual hotel.
They're whole hotel specific. So in the meantime, I think I just saw online that Getaway Today had an adults and kids prices thing that is supposed to be ending the day we're recording this, which is the 13th. So maybe they will have extended it. Maybe they'll have something else coming up. But if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, use the link in our description. It's a way to help support us, but it doesn't charge you anything more than you normally would if you went through them. They're great to get both your tickets and your hotels, or either or, whatever you feel like.
Make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook. We're on both of those at times.
Sometimes. And then make sure you also subscribe to the podcast and episodes as they drop. And then we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.